Once upon a time, in the peaceful valley of Evernight, there lived a young dragon named Ember. Unlike other dragons, Ember was small, gentle, and loved to collect shiny stones from the river. But Ember had a secret that no dragon should ever have. He was afraid of the dark. Every evening, when the sun dipped behind the mountains and the stars began to twinkle, Ember would hurry into his cave, pull his wings over his eyes, and tremble. He hated the shadows that danced on the walls and the strange noises that came from the forest at night. The other dragons would laugh. Ha! A dragon afraid of the dark? You breathe fire, Ember. What could you possibly fear? But Ember didn't know why. The darkness just felt too big, too quiet, and too lonely. One morning, an old dragon named Saphira visited Ember's cave. Her scales shimmered like moonlight, and her eyes were as kind as they were wise. She listened as Ember told her about his fear. Ah, said Saphira softly, perhaps the dark isn't your enemy, little one. Perhaps it's waiting to show you something you've never seen. Ember tilted his head. But what could the dark possibly show me? Saphira smiled. Only those who face it find out. Ember decided to be brave. He took a deep breath, spread his wings, and stepped outside as the sun disappeared. The sky slowly filled with stars, billions of tiny lights sparkling above him. He gasped. Wow! I never noticed how beautiful it is. The cool night air brushed against his scales, and the forest shimmered with fireflies. The dark wasn't empty at all, it was alive, but just as he began to enjoy it, he heard a faint whimper. It came from deep in the woods. Ember hesitated. He was still scared. But something inside told him to go. Following the sound, Ember found a small white owl tangled in vines. Its wing was hurt. Oh no, said Ember, lighting the area gently with his fiery breath. Don't be scared, I'll help you. With his claws, he carefully untangled the vines and helped the owl stand. The owl blinked and smiled. Thank you, little dragon. My name is Luna. I was trying to find my way home but got stuck. Ember grinned shyly. I'm Ember. And I'm afraid of the dark. Luna laughed softly. Then it's lucky you came, or I'd still be trapped. You see, sometimes the dark hides trouble, but also chances to be a hero. Luna couldn't fly yet, so Ember offered to carry her home on his back. Together, they soared through the night sky. Below them, rivers sparkled like ribbons, and the moon painted the world silver. For the first time, Ember wasn't afraid. He was amazed. They reached Luna's nest at the top of a tall pine tree. Her owl family hooted happily when they saw her safe. Thank you, Ember, said Luna. You faced your fear and found a friend. Ember smiled, feeling warm inside. Maybe the dark isn't so scary after all. Luna winked. The dark just needs a little light, and you, Ember, are full of it. The next morning, when the other dragons heard about what happened, they were astonished. You flew at night? One asked. You helped an owl? Another gasped. Ember nodded proudly. The dark isn't something to fear, it's something to explore. From that night on, Ember became known as the Night Guardian, the dragon who watched over the forest while everyone slept, and whenever the moon shone brightly, Luna would swoop down from the sky to visit her brave friend.